Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can go in and actually use our APIs to create your users automatically, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do isn't really part of the training, but I know a lot of our partners and a lot of people who are launching their own extensions, they're using ClickFunnels to do their sales and everything, so we're just going to build a little stupid simple funnel real quick just for the automation purposes, okay? So this is just going to be Kyubi API demo. So I'm just going to actually use this as the API demo here. And then we're just going to create a stupid opt-in page, just a basic opt-in page. Not going to really do anything much with this funnel. I'm going to leave the funnel building up to you guys. I'm just doing this so you can see, hey, if you're using ClickFunnels or even some other funnel builder, how can you actually tie the purchases or tie whenever you get new leads into actually creating accounts on the extension without having to do it manually, being able to actually do everything on autopilot, okay? So I'm just actually going in and I'm going to create like a real stupid simple funnel. Again, I'm not going to actually edit anything in this funnel. You guys should know how to build your own funnels, and this training isn't actually for building funnels or anything like that. So here we go. We have blah blah blah. All right. So this is just going to serve as our dummy funnel. So I'm still over here, in case you can't see me. I'm still down here in the bottom corner. So this is just going to serve as our dummy funnel that could be the free lead magnet where people are signing up and we're going to give them access to our extension. You could just picture this as an order page where they're buying the software, so you need to create an account on the extension for them. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to use Zapier for this. You don't have to use Zapier. You can use anything that you want. There's other Zapier alternatives like Integromat, Pabbly, Integrally. You can use any of those. You can also use the inbuilt ClickFunnels webhooks. It's completely up to you. But for this training video, we're going to be using Zapier. But it really doesn't matter what platform. It really doesn't matter what platform you use, because how you use our APIs and how you interface with our APIs are going to be the same. Whatever platform, whether you're not using Zapier and you're using some other platform, the UI of the platform may be a little bit different, but the exact way that you're going to interface with our APIs, that is always going to be the same. So again, I'm going to shrink and make myself smaller, and I'm going to move right over there in case you're watching this video just to only see me. I'm going to be right over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and actually create a new Zap. We're just going to opt in here real quick. John at thinkvaughn.com. So we're just going to opt in here real quick. Okay, so we've opted into our funnel. That's exactly what we needed to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use ClickFunnels as our trigger. So again, like I said, this is not about funnel building or anything like that. All you're doing is you're picturing that this funnel, you're just envisioning that this is the funnel that you built, and either it's just an opt-in page because you're giving extensions away as a lead magnet, or this is your sales page where people are coming in and they're buying access to your extension. Regardless, when they come through this process, you want to actually create them an account on your extension, and you don't want to have to log in and do things the manual way like I showed you in one of the other training videos. This is going to show you how to do everything on autopilot, but again, I just want you to understand that your trigger could be completely different. You could be using Invoicing You, you could be using Groove Pages, you could be using Thrivecart, PayPal, Stripe, you could be using a whole bunch of different ways, but how you're going to, you may not even be using Zapier, but how you are going to interface with our API is going to be the same. You're going to interface with our API exactly the same, okay? So I'm just going to quickly set up my trigger here real quick. And like I said, this first part that I'm doing here, this has nothing to do with our API and how you're going to use our API. I just decided to I just decided to use I just decided to use ClickFunnels because I know so many people in our partner program use ClickFunnels, and they've asked me to specifically do something. They've asked me to specifically do something with ClickFunnels. So so I'm just actually doing something here with ClickFunnels, custom. So sometimes, just so you know, sometimes you can't find the funnel in Zapier. You can just use, you know, the ClickFunnels funnel ID. So here we go. I'm just actually setting this up. Just giving a name to my Zap here. Going to test my trigger. Already got an opt-in here. Okay. So now this is the part where you're going to integrate with the Kyubi API. Okay. So this right here, the step that we're going to set up right now, this is going to be the part where you're going to actually integrate with the Kyubi API. All right. So what you're going to do is you're just going to type in here webhooks, and you're going to use webhooks by Zapier. And then you are going to choose a post request. Now again, if you're not using Zapier and you're using some other platform, it's going to be the same. You are still going to make a post request to our APIs. Okay? So the first thing you're going to want is you're going to want to enter a URL. This is the URL that you're going to send your post data to. You're going to get this from Kyubi. You're going to log into Kyubi, and you're going to go right up here where you see where it says API settings. Okay? So you're just going to click on this where it says API settings. Okay? So we're going to click on this where it says API settings. Now once you click on this, you're going to see a bunch of different tabs up here. A tab for adding a partner, suspending a partner, unsuspending a partner, adding or updating a user, suspending a user, unsuspending a user, or deleting a user. Right now we're going to focus on just the user management, and in another video we're going to go in and show you how to create your partners and manage your partners with the APIs, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this one that says add and update user. Now a few things I want you to notice over here, okay? Here you have a drop-down list of the different extensions that you could actually add a user to, and here you have a drop-down list of the different plan levels that are available for that specific extension. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're picking the right plan level and you're picking the right extension here, because whenever you pick that plan level and extension, it's going to change these two values that you see right here. You see this extension token. If I go in and change this, this extension token has changed. And you see this plan level 1, if I change this, the plan level down here changes. Okay? So you need to make sure that you're picking the right extension and you're picking the right plan level that you want to add somebody to. So first thing, you're going to copy this URL here, and we're going to just paste it over here. Now the next thing, you want to make sure that this payload type is JSON. Whether you are using Zapier or whether you are using any other platform or just hard coding API request into your application, you are always going to make a post request, and you are always going to encode your data as a JSON object and send us a JSON object. Next, you're going to see the data that's needed, the data that we want. So over here you can see the required fields are token, email, and extension token. So we're going to grab our token, and we're going to put our token in here. Alright, so we're getting our key value pairs. We just grab the key and the value. So we're going to add another key value pair, and that is going to be email. And the value for email is actually going to come dynamically from our step. Remember, we have a step where the user opts in to get our extension, so we're going to grab the email from that field. Now we're going to add another key value pair, and we need the extension token as the key, and the value is going to be your extension token. Okay, again, I want you to make sure that you are adding them to the right extension from here, because the extension token is unique. The token is not unique for each extension, it's unique for you as a Kyubi user. But the extension token is unique for your actual extensions. So you need to make sure that you're actually giving them the right extension token. So we're going to go ahead and pick the whatever extension, and we're going to grab this extension token value, and we're going to put it in there with our key pair. Now this is all that's required, okay? I want you to note that it tells you that the first name, last name, phone number, and plan, these are all optional fields. You don't have to put them in if you don't want to. However, if your extension has different plan levels, and ours does, ours that we're using, the whatever, has 5 different plan levels, if you do not provide the plan level, they will be by default put on the default plan, which is plan level 1. So if you don't want them to go on plan level 1, if you want them to be on plan level 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, then you need to use the plan token and put in the plan, and then put in whatever value that you want, okay? If you don't know what the values are, they are actually 1 through 5, but just pick your plan from the drop down, and you'll see that your third plan, the gold plan, is actually plan level 3, okay? So you'll see that that's actually plan level 3. So you can see that's plan level 3 right there. So we're going to put in plan level 3. Now maybe you're also collecting their first name, so you want to give us that information because you want to know who this person was inside Kyubi. So let's add our first name field. And this data we're actually going to get from our first step. There's their first name, and let's go in and add their last name. Let's add another data field here, and let's add their last name. Okay, and that's it. That's all you need to do. We're done. I just want to actually look over here so that you can see in my extension users, I'm going to delete everybody so that we don't have anybody, and it's easy for you guys to see what's happening here. Okay, so we have no users over here at all. As you can see, there's no users over here. We've deleted everybody. And you can also see that we're adding somebody to this extension. john@thinkvaughn.com is their email address, and we're putting them on plan level 3. So again, let's just go in and test and review this. Now let's come over here and look in Kyubi. Their user account was created. john@thinkvaughn.com was created here at whatever on the gold plan. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to turn our Zap on. Okay, now our Zap is turned on. Now again, remember, this is the page that we're listening to actually create accounts. So we're going to, create a new user called my user and my@user.com. They're going to come to our page. They're going to opt in. And since we've created an automation using the Kyubi APIs, once this person actually opts in, if we come look in Kyubi, we're going to see there is that user. As you can see, that user has been automatically created now, so you don't have to manually go in and actually do anything. So hopefully you can see the beauty of this automation, how you can use this automation to automatically create your users as they're opting in to get your free lead magnets, or as they're ordering ordering the software and paying you to purchase the software from you. You can go in and you can completely automate that process. As you can see, we have our 2 users there already. We can make another user, new@user.com. We're going to opt in, and then literally as soon as we opt in, if you look back inside Kyubi, we should have a new user inside there. Now we have a new user. As you can see right here, he's on plan level gold. So let's go ahead and delete these people real quick, just so you can see what's happening. Now let's go back over here to our automation, and let's change this and remove this plan level. Okay, so now we're removing the plan level. Let's go ahead and retest this action. Now that we're retesting this action, sorry, let's retest it again because I just deleted that person. Now you can see our user was created, but they're on plan level 1. Okay? They are on plan level 1. But I want to show you that this same API right here to add and update user can be used to upgrade your user to a higher plan. Okay? So this user's already created at plan level 1. You can see he's already created at plan level 1. You can use the same API. So all you're going to do to this API is add your plan level. And then let's put plan level 5 here. So you can use this API, let's say if you have an upsell and whenever somebody buys the software, they're going to get plan level 1, and then you have an upsell right after that where you upsell them to plan level 5. You'll literally just use this exact same API to upgrade their plan up to plan level 5, or if you want to downgrade them to a plan, you can use this same API to update your user and change their plan levels. Okay? So you can see right now that this person is on the bronze plan, so we've used the same API. All we've done was added our plan level, and we're going to go in and we're going to retest this. You can see here that there is a little message, user updated successfully. You see they're on bronze right now. We're going to just refresh the page, and you'll see that now they're on the unlocked plan. Now they are on plan level 5. Okay, so that shows you how to create users and upgrade users. Now I'm going to show you the other APIs for managing users. You have this API for suspending user. So you're going to do this the same way. We're going to pick this whatever extension. We're going to copy this right here. And you can see here we're going to put in this URL. We're just going to change that URL. And you can see the required fields are your token and your email address. Well, we already have a token. We already have an email address, so we're going to remove first name, last name, and plan because those aren't valid for suspending. And you can see the extension token is optional. Okay? The extension token is optional. So let's come over here. Let's go to our extension users. And let's add this user. We're just going to add them manually. Let's just add this user to our other extension, which was the MyEpic extension. Okay? So now this user's been created successfully. Let's take a look over here. Now we can see that this user, john@thinkvaughn.com, has access to the whatever extension on the unlock plan and has access to the MyEpic extension on the free plan. Okay? And both his accounts are currently active. Maybe you can't see because I'm too big. Now you can see because I'm little me. Okay? So you can see over here both his accounts are active. It's the same user, john@thinkvaughn.com. He just has access to both of our extensions. Okay? And you can see on our API settings in the suspend user, you do not have to give the extension token. But if you do not provide the extension token, your user that you're suspending will be suspended from all extensions that you have granted them access to. So let's come over here. Let's remove the extension token. This is the minimum stuff we need. Required field, token, and email. Here's our token and email. So let's go ahead and continue. And let's retest our action. And you can see it says provide a valid extension token. One second. Just give me one small second and then I'll continue this training. Just give me one second. I'm sorry to interrupt this training, but I'm just going to get this updated for you guys real quick. I'm just going to tell the development team about this. Sorry for that little interruption. This is going to be in the training because I'm recording this live. But right here I'm getting an error that says please provide a valid extension token. That should not be required according to this, but right now it looks like it's required, so just let's put in the extension token. Okay? So let's just put in the extension token that we want to suspend them from. And we're going to suspend them from the whatever extension. And we're just going to put in that extension token. Okay? So now we've put in that extension token. Let's retest. And we can see that they were actually suspended successfully. Let's look back over here in Kyubi to our extension users. And we can see that this user was suspended right here from the whatever extension. Okay? So now they're actually suspended. And you can come in and you can unsuspend them manually if you want to unsuspend them manually. I've already shown you how to do that on another video. Or you can unsuspend them with our unsuspend API. So you can go in and actually use our unsuspend API. You can see the unsuspend user API. All you're going to do is literally exactly like you've used the other APIs. You're just going to change and you're going to use this webhook. You're going to use this URL right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's copy this. And let's come in here and change this. And we're just literally going to change out that API. Okay? This is to unsuspend the user. And you can see the same thing. Required fields are your token and your email. It's not required to give your extension token, but if you don't provide your extension token, then any extension that they have access to that they are currently suspended on, they will now be unsuspended on. So if you want to unsuspend them from everything they have access to, but they're unsuspended on, or that they're suspended on, don't give a extension token. If you want to unsuspend them only from a specific extension, then you should give the extension token. So we've already given our extension token, and we can see over here in our extension list that they are actually suspended already. So we're just going to call this API. And you can see the end user is unsuspended successfully. And now you can see that they're suspended here. If we just refresh this page, you'll see that they are now unsuspended. Well, they should be unsuspended, but let's see what's going on. What happened was, I think I didn't give the right extension token. Let's suspend them. Let's go back and call our API again. Let's make sure that we're using the right extension token. Okay, let's pop in that extension token. And then let's retest this. Okay. Well, it looks like there's an issue. So hold on. Sorry about that. This video has kind of veered off a little bit because I seen two little small issues and I wanted to have my dev team fix them. So don't worry about those two little small issues. By the time you are watching this training video, those issues won't exist because they'll actually be fixed today within an hour or so by our development team, since I found them here. All right. But what you should know is that if you actually use this, if you use this API to actually unsuspend the user, then once you actually use this API, it will actually unsuspend your user. Your user will no longer be suspended anymore. They will be unsuspended. They will be active again. Okay? And then there's one more API I want to go over, and this API is going to be to delete an end user. So if you want to delete an end user, you are required to give the token, the email, and the extension token, and you're just going to use this API right here. So let's copy that. Let's stick that over here. Okay, we're going to be deleting John at thinkvaughn.com. We're going to be deleting him from this whatever extension right here. So let's go ahead and fire this API. Let's wait for Zapier. Let's just wait for Zapier now. So now just let me wait for Zapier. While we're waiting for Zapier, I'll let you see the big version of myself because I know you probably enjoy seeing me so much. So here I am. So let's check over here. We're going to remove this extension user. Let's test this action. You can see the user has been removed. And they've been removed. Now they only exist on my Epic extension. So if we want, we can go to our API settings. We can go to delete this user. Here's the My Epic extension. Let's just grab this extension token. And let's put this extension token in replace of this extension token. And now we're going to go in. As we can see that we already have this user. They have an account over here on My Epic extension. And let's call our API. Let's call our API to delete this user. Now you can see the end user is removed successfully. And if we reload our page over here, our extension user is gone. So now we have, now I've went in and showed you how to do everything automatically. How to add a user to any specific extension on any specific plan level, and how to upgrade them or downgrade them from one plan level to another plan level. You're going to use the Add Update User API. If you need to suspend a user for any reason, maybe they don't get access to your extension anymore, maybe their free trial's up, whatever the reason is that you need to suspend the user, maybe their payment failed, any reason that you need to suspend the user, you can use our Suspend User API. If you want to unsuspend the user and give them access again, use our Unsuspend User API. And if for any reason you need to delete your user and get rid of them, use the Delete User API. Now you can see how to completely automate your user management with our APIs. I showed you in this demo using ClickFunnels as the way that you're getting your new user. You can use whatever you want. Just know that how you're going to use our APIs is always going to be the same. You're going to make HTTPS post requests, and you're going to provide us a JSON object, and we provide you a preview of the JSON object that you actually need to provide us. So this is the JSON object that you're going to actually provide us. I showed you how to actually get everything set up and do everything inside Zapier, okay? So now you know how to manage your users, your end users, fully on autopilot through our API. And in another video, I will show you how to do the same for your partners, for your reseller partners, or your agencies who are getting multiple accounts that they can manage in their own partner portal. How can you actually create those partners, assign them extension, give them a number of end user licenses, and assign them the specific plans that they can manage, all through the API on autopilot, so you don't actually have to log in and click any buttons.